Hey guys, it's Lisette here. It's quarantine and I've reached the point where I'm cutting my own hair. Just kidding, but not really. I have started cutting my own hair at home. Lisette, how can your hair grow if you're cutting your hair? Well, if your hair is damaged, and for me, it was color damage. If you have some sort of damage, if you have split ends, when you're cutting your hair and you're removing that, your hair overall looks fuller and looks healthier. And when your hair grows in, then it's the healthiest hair that it can be. My goal is to overall improve the shape. My last professional haircut was like March of 2019. It's been over a year, and so what I've been doing is just every couple months been trimming my own hair. I'm not a professional, but you know what? This is how I've been cutting my hair at home, and I feel like it's super easy. I am fresh out of the shower. Well, not fresh out of the shower. I did my makeup, of course, but I am going to style my hair because I like to style my hair before I cut it. Really look at the ends. But as you can see, like a lot of the ends are kind of frayed and the hair starts to like disappear. That's how you know that you're in need of a haircut, because you don't want the hair to be, you know, thin looking. From all my professional haircuts, I've learned that it's best to actually style your hair first and to have your hair curly when you're cutting it, because if you have curly hair and you're naturally wearing it curly, you want the hair to be curly when you're cutting it, because if it's not curly and let's say it's straight and it's being pulled, my hair may look different when it's being pulled. So I don't really like doing that. I don't really like pulling the hair. So I'm gonna first just style my hair just like how I normally do. Got my little tie here so my towel won't come off. I have some water mixed with some leave-in conditioner, and I'm gonna split my hair into two sections. This smaller section here and then this bigger section on the side. And so I'm taking this kinky curly knot today and just applying this all throughout my hair and just brushing it through. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I don't. I find that as my hair is getting stronger that I can use brushes again, but there was a point where I just completely stopped using brushes just because I felt like I was losing a lot of hair, but I feel like now it's completely fine. I style my hair in sections, and so we'll do about that size. I'm gonna again wet the section. Like, I want my hair to be soaked, you know what I mean? The products can really just go into the hair easier. I like to use the Camille Rose Naturals curl maker and just coat this in sections. I'm also being like kind of heavy-handed on the products because I really want the curls to be clumped and I really want the curls to be like solidified together. So I'm really just like applying a lot of product just so I can get the hair like not crispy, but just enough so that the ends are just looking like they're sealed as much as possible. I definitely have to get a new one of this after this video because I am really struggling to get some product out. Like, I'm literally running out of all of my products simultaneously, and that's a problem. I'm smoothing over the ends just a little bit, just so I can really get them to be coated, kind of scrunching up. And this is the final hair. Just for time's sake for this video, I'm gonna diffuse, just so I can also get the most amount of volume and so I can really see what my curls are looking like. All right, so my hair is completely 100% dry. I put a lot of product in there. My hair looks really flat. This is not how I like to wear my hair, but I did this for a reason, just so that I can really look at the ends. This is the point where I get up close and personal. See how it kind of starts looking like a little bit funky, and then at the bottom it just looks completely like thin right here? This whole part can just be snipped off. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for little thin ends that I can just snip off to just instantly make my hair look better. I'm gonna work in sections. I'm gonna put this whole top portion of my hair up so that I could just focus on the back. And I'm using just a satin scrunchie just to get it out of the way. Overall, this side looks to be pretty full on the ends, but over on this side, it looks a little like weird. You can even see that this side is longer than this side. I'm gonna start with this piece because it looks extra long. And so I'm just gonna turn sideways and kind of just let the hair drop. And I don't want to take too much off because honestly, less is more. So I'm gonna just start with about this much. And of course, I'm using some really sharp scissors. I'm not pulling on it either because if you pull on it and then you cut because it's like, oh, I need to cut here, the curl is just gonna jump back up. So I'm going curl by curl, and so this is how I typically get my hair cut, like in the salon. This end right here, it's like curling weird, so I'm just gonna cut that. So the reason that it's so important to trim your ends is because if you have split ends, then the ends are just gonna continually split up the hair and make your hair more and more frizzy and more damaged. I noticed that when I cut my hair curls so much better. It just feels better and it looks better. I'm gonna use this mirror and kind of look at the back. Now these sides are looking much more even. It doesn't have to be perfect because like I said, I don't want to cut too much. Like if anything, I just want to do the minimum, but it looks much more even. I'm gonna take down some hair on this side. Keep this section up. I have literally multiple curl types. Like around my face, I have these tighter curls. And then in the back, I have looser curls. And then at the top, I have very loose curls. So it's also knowing what type of curls that you have because you don't want to overcut, especially on smaller curls. Again, you can just see how it's just like frayed at the bottom. And so I'm only gonna cut about that much off. I want my hair to have that layered effect where it's like not all in one length. So I am being cautious of that just to kind of like look at how it's laying down and to make sure that it's staying in that kind of shape. This is another curl that it's like a curl, but then at the bottom, it's just not curling because this is all just dead ends. It's natural to a certain extent to have the ends be thinner, but when it's starting to look frizzy and it's not really clumping together, that's kind of like my sign that I need to cut my hair because the ends are fraying. I think I'm about good on this section. So I'm gonna bring down the next. Here's a piece right here that you can kind of see that the ends just like disappear. So I'm just gonna snip right here and instantly makes that look healthier. Just because I'm really trying to grow out this damage, but I feel like I'm at the point where it's like almost grown out. So I don't have to cut as much and I can really just focus on retaining length. But at the end of the day, your hair could be long, but if it's not looking healthy, then it's not gonna be cute. So I would rather just snip it just so that my hair can look better overall. The thing is, I don't want to get too scissor happy because I know sometimes I can. I'm gonna bring this piece down and do a section like this and just keep that tucked away. Kind of spread it out, and as you can see, like these are again like tighter curls. You can see kind of like some of the frizz that's being created right here just because the hair is getting tangled and it's starting to be like split ends. I'm gonna do the back section, which is a little bit harder because you can't really like see everything. But as long as I take each curl and I'm just taking it up to the front just so that I can see everything, but I'm not taking off a lot from the back. I'm just trying to look at the frizz at the bottom. So my thing is, as I take the curl, I look at it in the palm of my hand, and whenever I feel like it's starting to go invisible is where I cut it. The front, I'm really gonna be cautious of because the front doesn't grow as fast as like the back does. So I'm really gonna be careful to only trim what's necessary. And this front piece is my last section. I like to have my bangs kind of go into my face, and I feel like they're growing out so much that it's just in my eyes. Cut a little bit of that off, and then just kind of see what needs to be trimmed. So this is the point where I want to just fluff my hair and try to get some more volume back just so I can look at the shape and just get my edges right. I'm taking a little bit of jojoba oil on my hands and just doing this motion to try to break up the gel without causing too much frizz. See if I can get some volume. This is how much hair I cut, which is really not even that much when you think about it. It's just the way that it's like on top of each other, but it's really not that much. It's just all little itty bitty pieces. This is the final haircut. I am really liking it. I feel like cutting those ends just really made like a really big difference. I was overall just trying to give myself more of like a rounder shape around my face, and I feel like looks pretty good. If you guys like this video and you think I did a good job on my trim, then please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.